tell them. You tell them, Cookie. Tell them they don't want the smoke. Tell them they don't want the smoke. They don't want it. So I don't know where I stopped at because my camera SD card decided it wanted to lock. I don't even know what that means. Back to confidence. This was a journey, and these are some of the things that, you know, I picked up along the way that really helped me to accept myself and build my confidence. And I want to share this with you guys because it's not fun being insecure. It's not a good time at all. So come on. Okay, so I would say that the first thing that I would suggest, I don't know if this is the first thing that I did, but the first thing that I would suggest that you do is actually sit down and be like, okay, what do I like about myself? What don't I like about myself? What makes me feel insecure? What triggers me to be, she's so cute. What situations make you feel this type of way? For example, I noticed that like I would be in a situation and then I would just react in aggression. I took the time for myself to be like, okay, Kiera, why are you acting out in aggression in these certain situations? And it just turned out that I was either uncomfortable or I was insecure, I was anxious. And as a defense, I was reacting, Cookie! And as a defense, Cookie! Give it here. Come here. Thank you. And as a defense, I was just reacting out in anger. So the whole point is you need to understand yourself. You need to get to know who you are because this is the only person you're going to get to be. You need to know what you like, what you don't like. Wow, I've gone on a tangent, but it's all very important. So, like I said, the first step that I would suggest is that you get to know yourself, what you like about yourself, what you don't like about yourself, what situations, oh no, why don't you like those things about yourself? That's it right there. Very important. Another thing that really helped me build my confidence was pretending to be confident. And I know people always like fake it till you make it. And to a certain extent that helped me because it'll be like a situation and I would notice that the situation would only get awkward. People only notice that I'm insecure once I started feeling insecure. So as soon as I started acting awkward, some situation got awkward. Once I started doubting myself, it was kind of like they noticed that. They could sense that energy that I'm doubting myself, that I'm not comfortable in my own skin. So to combat that, because in my mind, I would be like, they don't really know that you're uncomfortable right now, Kiera. They don't know that you're uncomfortable in this situation. So we just gonna pretend like you're not uncomfortable. We just gonna pretend like I'm good. But in reality, I'm dying. And it helped because the situation wouldn't get awkward. It wouldn't get uncomfortable for the both of us, you know? Then, you know, everything was like normal. I wasn't making things awkward because I was uncomfortable and I was unsure of myself. From that, I was like, wow, I can choose to just not be uncomfortable. I can just choose to be sure of myself. I like that. I think I'm going to continue to choose to be sure of myself. And from faking it, I developed more confidence. I decided that I was going to make the choice to feel confident in myself. That's the second thing that I did. Oh, another thing. So around certain people who I think are cool, that's one of my triggers. If I think somebody's really cool, then I get awkward sometimes and I'll feel uncomfortable. And it still happens to this day. But this is what I do. Okay, so because I think they're so cool in my head, I like put them up here on this pedestal, right? So what I do is I try to find a flaw in them. And I'm not trying to find the flaw for me to be like, oh, da 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 da, let me talk about you. You ain't even all that, da da da. No, I'm finding the flaw because it kind of makes that person more human in my mind. It takes them down off that pedestal, and it's like, okay, this is a person just like you, Kiera. They have flaws just like you. It's okay. Chill out. I still do that to this day sometimes, because sometimes I get around some people and I'll just be like, it's sometimes around dudes. Oh, hey. It's sometimes around dudes that I'll get around them and I'll be like, oh my God, he's so cute. I gotta remember, like, you're also so cute. Oh, you're totally, you get me cute there. You get me cute there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so tip number 4. So tip number 4 that I'm gonna give you is to keep supportive people around you. People who are in your corner, people who you know that have your back, keep them around you. Why would you want people around you that you feel like don't have your back? Why would you have people around you that tear you down? And it's not in like a constructive criticism way. It's in the I'm trying to bring you down type way. You know, why would you want that? Why would you want to have to constantly worry, like, is this person on my team? Can I trust this person? We don't have time for that, okay? There's too much stuff going on in the world that we have to worry about. For me, having to worry about how I act around you, if I can trust you, if, you know, if at the time came that I needed you, will you be there for me? I don't have time. So I'm gonna keep people in my corner that I know want the best for me. They're gonna encourage me. They're gonna be there for me, you know? Because those people are gonna feed light into you. They're gonna feed positivity into you. They're gonna help you grow because they have your best interest in mind, not some sneaky alternative motive. I feel like if people don't like me, if they don't like certain things about me, well, that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you, though, and how you think. Because I like me. Those things about me that you don't like, I like them. And if you don't like them, somebody will, okay? So this tip, I'm just gonna stop counting because I've lost count. But this tip, this is more for like vanity. This is more like for your outside, to build your outside, you know, confidence in your looks. This tip is more to build confidence in your physical appearance. Standards of beauty. If your social media, if what you're watching on TV is always portraying this standard of beauty that doesn't look like you, and that's always what you see, no matter how confident you are, you're gonna develop like, okay, this is what everybody thinks is beautiful, and this don't look nothing like me. Am I cute? Am I beautiful? Am I really a bad bitch? Like, it's gonna make you question yourself. So what I did was I found women who had certain, you know, characteristics like me that I found beautiful. Representation is very important. So it's like, okay, this woman's beautiful. This woman's beautiful too, and she looks like me. This woman's beautiful, but she doesn't look like me, and that's fine. She's still beautiful. But there has to be some type of representation of what you kind of look like. You know what I mean? And that also goes for like personality wise, because I'm very goofy. I am so goofy. Like, I love to have fun. I love to laugh. And, you know, I found women who had great sense of humor like me. And I was just like, okay, you know, she's beautiful. She's doing her thing. She's showing her true personality. She's not trying to, you know, hide who she is. I like that. I fucks with you. Another thing, and this is so important, do not compare yourself to other people. that will be like the biggest confidence killer of all. If you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody else, like, you can't do that. You are not the same people. You both are unique and beautiful in your own ways. That's why it's important for you to, you know, either write down or just think of the things that you like about yourself. And not just physical appearance, your personality wise. Because to be honest, personality is more important than looks. Because I feel like, okay, yeah, you can be physically attractive, but if when you open your mouth, you dull as hell, okay, nobody's gonna really like you. They might hang around you because they think you're physically appealing, but they don't truly like you. And I would rather somebody truly like me than just think I'm cute and then want to be around me because of that. You have to understand that you're a one of one, and that's your advantage. There is nobody that can do you like you. There is nobody that can be Kiara like me, okay? Because Kiara is a good ass time, okay? Damn. Kiara is cool as hell, okay? You have to get to that point when you just recognize, like, I'm in my own league. I'm in my own lane. I can't compare myself to you because you're not me. Like I said, this is not an overnight process. This is going to take time, and it's going to take effort. And there's going to be times when you still feel insecure. And that's okay. Because there's times when I still feel insecure. I'm still a human being. There's still times where it's like, oh, dang, well, I wanted that person to like me because I like them. But at the same time, it's like, well, that's their loss, not mine. Because I understand what I bring to other people. I understand my value and what I can bring to a person. So it's like, to be honest, you played yourself. So another tip that I have on building confidence is listening to music that makes you feel like that bitch. Okay? Yo, there is nothing like listening to some music and you know, you be just like, and you be feeling yourself. The person who's doing that for me right now, there's actually two artists that are doing that for me. The first one is Megan Thee Stallion, real hot girl shit. And then the other person is DaBaby. That ain't DaBaby, that's my baby. Okay, how they talk and they music is just so confident. It's just so bossy. It's just so, I'm the shit, you know? I love it. I'm here for it. Please continue. Ultimately, confidence comes from you knowing yourself, you understanding yourself, you realizing, hey, this is the only body that I'm gonna get. I might as well like it, okay? My daddy used to always say this to me. He's like, if they don't like you, fuck them. And I stand by that 100%. When you are genuinely yourself and you genuinely like yourself, people who are like you, your tribe will find you. And those are people who are going to be really down for you. Versus you pretending to be a certain type of way. And you have to keep up this appearance. You have to keep up this image. You're not really happy because it's not really who you are. You're still insecure, but you know, people think you're a certain type of way. So that's why they like you. Not because of you, but because of this person that you portray. I don't want that. That sounds like a really sad life. So guys, those were my tips on how to be more confident. I really hope that they help. If you have any questions on anything that I talked about today, or if you want me to elaborate, or if you just want to say, hey, you know, just comment down below. We can talk. You should follow me on my social media, because I am more active on my other platforms. But I'm about to be more active on YouTube, y'all. I know. I'll be slacking. But we're fixing that. We're doing better. Growth. Growth. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this. In my next video, we're going to talk about motivation. How to keep yourself motivated. So stay tuned.